No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
He's going to hurt someone. He'll hurt someone at that speed.
What a strange man.
Fires of war consume the land, and thousands of lives are lost in its defense. It's a tragedy, but I say this is an honor to die in service to God, fighting for what we believe in.
What news, novice?
I am not a novice.
A man's skill is defined by his actions, not the markings on his robe.
We can trade barbs or do Al-Muallim's work. It's your decision.
Then be out with it.
Jerusalem's regent Majd-ud-Din is holding a public execution not far from here. It's sure to be well guarded, but it's nothing I can't handle. I know what to do.
And that is why you remain a novice in my eyes. You cannot know anything, only suspect. You must expect to be wrong, to have overlooked something. Anticipate, Altair. How many times must I remind you of this?
As you wish. Are we done?
Not quite. There is one more thing. One of the men to be executed is a brother. One of us. Al-Muallim wishes for him to be saved. Do not worry about the actual rescue. My men will take care of that. But you must ensure Majd-ud-Din does not take his life.
I won't give him the chance.
So I hope.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Just a few coins, please.
Babaların içine karışmayı seviyorum. Gözünüzü görmüş. Kimsenin sizi kandırmasına izin vermeyin. Evvelki sefer elimizden kurtulduk. Bu sefer kaçmasına izin vermeyin.
I demand silence! People of Jerusalem, hear me well. I stand here today to deliver a warning. There are malcontents among you. They sow the seeds of discontent, hoping to lead you astray. Tell me, is this what you desire? To be mired in deceit and sin? To live your lives in fear? Then you wish to take action? Your devotion pleases me. This evil must be purged. Only then can we hope to be redeemed.
This is not justice!
Who do you take yourself for?
And all of you stand idle, complicit in this crime.
Curse you all! See how the evil of one man spreads to corrupt others? They sought to instill fear and doubt within you, but I will keep you safe. Here now are four filled with sin. The harlot, the thief, the gambler, the heretic. Let God's judgment be brought down upon them all! Temptress! Succubus! Whore! She goes by many names. Her sin remains the same. She turned her back on the teachings, defiled her body to advance her station. Each man she touched, forever stained.
Punish her!
She must pay!
This man speaks lies! I am here today not because I laid down with other men. I did not. He means to murder me because I would not lay down with him.
Even now, offered redemption, she can...
Your work here is finished.
No, no! It had only just begun.
Tell me, what's your part in all of this? Do you intend to defend yourself as the others have and explain away your evil deeds?
The Brotherhood wanted the city. I wanted power. There was an opportunity.
An opportunity to murder innocents.
Not so innocent. Dissident voices cut deep as steel. They disrupt order. In this, I do agree with the Brotherhood.
You'd kill people simply for believing differently than you.
Of course not. I killed them because I could. Because it was fun. Do you know what it feels like to determine another man's fate? And did you see the way the people cheered? The way they feared me? I was like a god. You'd have done the same if you could. Such power.
Once perhaps. But then I learned what becomes of those who lift themselves above others.
And what is that?
Here, let me show you.
Pay for your
needs a new ruler.
So I have heard.
What's this? No words of wisdom for me? Surely I have failed in some spectacular fashion.
You performed as an assassin should. No more, no less. That you expect praise for merely doing as told, however, troubles me.
It seems everything I do troubles you.
Reflect on that. But do so on your way back to Masyaf. Your work here is done.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
We done already?
Get up.
Whatever you say, Doc.
I'm ending the session. I'll be right there. You're sure about this? Yes. No. Everything's Denver. I don't see how he could... Of course. I understand. You're in a lot of trouble, Mr. Miles.
What's his problem?
They're coming for you.
Who's coming for me?
Assassins.
Hey, I had nothing to do with this.
Sounds like they're mounting some kind of rescue attempt. Guess you're more important than you realized.
Man, things just keep getting weirder and weirder around here.
It was bound to happen.
What do you mean?
That little fight your ancestors started during the Third Crusade, it never ended. You're being held by Templars.
Vidic's a Templar?
There's no way you could have known. They hide it so well. But to answer your question, Vidic works for them. We all do. Abstergo is their company.
I thought Templars were old dudes with funny hats who sat around drinking beer and plotting world domination with, like, the lizard people.
No, except the part about world domination, I guess. Look, Desmond, it's complicated. Half the stuff they say about the Templars comes from crazy tinfoil hat-wearing nut jobs. The other half is misinformation intentionally produced by the Templars themselves.
But they are the bad guys, right?
If there's one thing I've learned since I started working here, it's that there's no such thing. It's all so relative. I guess the best way to explain it is, what they want is good, but the way they're going about it, it's bad. Really bad.
What are they trying to do? Lucy?
Yes.
Miss Stillman, I need to speak with you. Get up here, now!
On my way, Doctor. I'm sorry, Desmond, I have to go. You should turn in for the night. The answers to all of your questions are right in front of you. You just have to know where to look.
Missed you this morning, Doc.
Get in the Animus.
Preparation is crucial to your success. Clear the area of archery.
Come in, Altair. I trust you're well rested? Ready for your remaining trials?
I am, but I'd speak with you first. I have questions.
Ask then. I'll do my best to answer.
The merchant king of Damas murdered the nobles who ruled his city. Majd-ad-Din in Jerusalem used fear to force his people into submission. I suspect William meant to murder Richard and hold Aqqa with his troops. These men were meant to aid their leaders. Instead, they chose to betray them. What I do not understand is why.
Is the answer not obvious? The Templars desire control. Each man, as you've noted, wanted to claim their cities in the Templar name, that the Templars themselves might rule the Holy Land and eventually beyond. But they cannot succeed in their mission.
Why is that?
Their plans depend upon the Templar treasure, the Peace of Eden. But we hold it now, and they cannot hope to achieve their goals without it.
What is this treasure?
It is temptation.
It's just a piece of silver.
Look at it.
What am I supposed to see?
This piece of silver cast out Adam and Eve. It turned staves into snakes, parted and closed the Red Sea. Ares used it to start the Trojan War, and with it a poor carpenter turned water into wine.
It seems rather plain for all the power you claim it has. How does it work?
He who holds it commands the hearts and minds of whoever looks upon it, whoever tastes of it, as they say.
Then Gagne's men?
An experiment. Herbs used to simulate its effects, to be ready for when they held it.
Talel supplied them. Tamir equipped them. They were preparing for something. But what?
War.
And the others, the men who ruled the cities, they meant to gather up their people, make them like Gagne's men.
The perfect citizens, the perfect soldiers, a perfect world.
Robert de Sable must never have this back.
So long as he and his brothers live, they will try.
Then they must be destroyed.
Which is what I've had you doing. There are 2 more Templars who require your attention. One in Akka, known as Sibran. One in Damas, called Jubair. Visit with the Bureau leaders. They'll instruct you further.
As you wish.
Be quick about it. No doubt Robert de Sable is made nervous by our continued success. His remaining followers will do their best to expose you. They know you come, the man in the white hood. They'll be looking for you.
They won't find me. I'm but a blade in the crowd.
Here, my gift to you, in gratitude for the good work you've done.
On your target. Let nothing distract you. Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield the blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know.
must be busy. I understand. You must be busy. I understand.
Remember to reach out for ledges should you fall while climbing.
It's the hero of Damas. Come in, stay a while. Tell me all about your adventures.
I'm afraid I don't have the time.
I see. Too important for me now.
It's not that.
No, of course not. How may I serve you then?
Al-Muallim has asked I take the life of the one they call Jubair.
Ah, Salahadin's chief scholar. Strange choice of target in my opinion. But who are we to question the master's will? I'm sure he has his reasons.
Then you're familiar with the man.
He's been quite busy these past few days, organizing the scholars and sending them into the streets to preach.
What do they speak of?
Light and fire, cleansing sins, apocalyptic nonsense if you ask me. All this talk of paths and a new world.
What about this new world?
Couldn't say. I don't pay attention to the ramblings of madmen. Much too busy with real work.
Very well. I'll walk among the people, see what I can learn. Where would you suggest I search?
South of here, you'll find an academy and a guard tower. They're both good places to search. There's also a hospital to the east you might want to visit.
I'll begin at once.
So eager. You've certainly changed, and for the better, I might add.
God tell me why he's doing that. Mad. Should Richard take Jaffa, there will be no stopping him.
Please,
He
just
will
a
march
few
on
coins,
Jerusalem
please.
next. We must end this before it has a chance to begin.
I should kill you for
I'm so
that.
hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you. Please, sir, have any money? A few coins. All I ask is for a few coins. No, you don't understand. Away with the bill!
Curse him! Curse the Christian
I
king
beg of
and his
you.
army of
Has he lost his
infidels.
mind?
Just a few coins, please. Can't you spare something?
reason.
I'm poor and sick and hungry.
Everywhere they are.
Bad news, brother. I killed a Templar this morning. Well, I suppose that's actually good news. I even found a letter on him which I gave to Numa, who said he'd find you and deliver it. But from the look in your face, I suspect this hasn't happened. Go on then. Don't waste any more time with me. Seek Numa and get that letter.
No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
لست حقير سأقطع يديك جزاء ذلك لست حقير سأقطع يديك جزاء ذلك
Stop it, please! I beg of you! I beg of you, just a few coins, please!
ما الذي يجعله يرفض لست حقير سأقطع يديك جزاء ذلك everywhere watching what is he waiting he kept us always حقير سأقطع يديك جزاء ذلك سوف يصطدم بشخص ما وهو يجري بهذه Your presence annoys me.
I have done nothing wrong!
تمهل.
You're a dead man. You'll never get away. I'll get you. I'll take you down.
I'll get you! Where are you hiding? There, he's dead! I'll take you down! You're here! You cannot run forever!
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
I'll take you down!
Kaçmasına izin vermeyin.
You've no reason to stand here. Leave
أنت تفلح بالاختبار.
He's going to hurt himself.
My child,
Open your eyes.
attention to yourself isn't wise.
Geberecek.
هل تريد حول شيء ما؟
Hırsızlık yapmanın cezası ölümdür.
I beg of you. I beg of you, just a few coins.
Leave now and I'll let you leave.
No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
Serves him right for acting like that.
He's going to hurt himself.
Leave
He
now.
does, I won't help him. Praise be Salahadin! He has found the strength to stand in defense.
You are not supposed to be here. Leave. What is he doing?
Sir, have any
Damn
money?
fool must be out of his mind.
I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you.
Sorun çıkartacak.
Coins. All I ask is for a few coins. No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
Are you a friend of mine? No? So get away.
Daha yolu koşarsan olacağım bu.
Let's go away!
Way
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
Threatening force! Let them have it! Prepare your You have taken the wrong side! No choice, you must You can't do that! You can't just kill someone! What is that fool doing? Leave this place. We should stop acting like a child.
Don't do that again, understand? You live a lie, surrounded by false knowledge, created by wicked men who seek dominion over your minds. Locked away, they might still...
This is a waste of my time. I should kill you for that. Have your hands! Maybe you haven't noticed. You already lost. No business here. We are fighting for the infidel king which we are going to fight for the world. We must resist. We must push back. Die, infidel! Christian king and his army of infidels! They go against the will of God and must be made to pay. Everywhere they ride, they see only suffering in their wake. They say it is a crusade. Fires of war! Move the land, and thousands of lives are lost in its defense. It is a tragedy, but I say this is an honor. Fighting for what we believe in. There is no greater glory than this.
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
We found the place. It's just as you described it.
I suspect he'll want to deal with this himself, and quickly. Best we say nothing to the others.
A wise course of action. Truth be told, I'll be happy when this business is done.
Soon, my friend, soon. Today should see the last of them put to torch. Boy, come here. You still have the letter I gave you?
Yes.
Go and deliver it then. You'll find the one it's meant for inside the madrasa. Get him!
Leave now, or I'll make you. There's a murderer loose. How did this happen? He seems to be in a rush.
First the Christian king and his family.
He looks like he's being chased. Want a bargain? I'm your man. You not find better
Now, why would you be in such a rush?
If you're tired of shoddy goods, then come see me. My merchandise is without fear. I am at your service. Come no further.
My family is sick and dying. Could you spare a few coins? My family's sick and dying. Could you spare a few coins? No, please don't leave. Just a few coins. I beg of you, just a few coins, please. My family's sick and dying. Could you spare a few coins?
Everywhere! Watching!
I wish to see him, to hear him speak.
It can be arranged, but we must be careful. There are still those who reject illumination. They would harm him.
Then they are ignorant and afraid.
You seem sincere, but how do I know I can trust you?
It hurts me to even hear you ask the question.
Very well. We gather each day in the madrasa. He comes to speak, and then leads us into the city, that we might cleanse it.
Could I join you then?
Understand that it is a difficult path we walk. Our work demands sacrifice.
I understand.
Then come and meet with us. Let us see how strong you really are.
They say it is a crusade! A crusade for what? Ignorance? All the reckless can one hear.
You are wise.
Which is why, friends, the shaitan is everywhere.
He's going to hurt
someone crazy. He tempts us always. He's strong like Salah. Take up arms.
He was a teacher, a false prophet of their lies. But then the way was made clear to Jubair. He saw what must be done, understood it fell to him, having learned the truth, to spread it. And as he was shown the way, so was I. And I will show you as well. Jubair sees things the way they truly are, sees the poison you carry in your hearts and minds. He works to cast it out. Remove all texts from your homes and schools. Give them to us. They must be destroyed.
I'd leave if I were you, before I really get angry.
I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you. No, you don't understand. I have to make a fight.
Please, don't kill me!
Violence is not the answer, my child.
In this we agree, so speak and I may stay my blade. What is it your master intends? Why destroy all this knowledge?
We lay the stones to build a road upon which soon all men will travel. It leads to a better tomorrow.
That is not what I see.
Then you are blind. The words upon these parchments, they are poison. Jubair holds the cure. He'll free us from their lies.
It's nonsense to speak. You've lost your mind.
No, not lost, but found. I see the world for what it truly is. He has shown me so much. I am illuminated.
A fanatic is all you are, and dangerous for it.
Do what you must. It changes nothing. We are not afraid.
You should be.
Anything at all? Tired of never finding anything useful at the other merchant stalls? That won't happen here.
Altair, my friend, you have become quite the wanted man, as am I. I must prepare my family for the trip back to the safety of Masayef this afternoon. Could you finish my last assignment in exchange for information? Some men must be eliminated in Jubair's quarter. Be fast, my friend.
Who saw what happened here? Leave now and I'll let you live. Make no mistake. It is our very existence we are fighting for. The infidel king would see us all fighting for the world. What are you less? Less! أنت حسالة! لص! أنت حسالة! لص حقير! سأقطع يديك جزاء ذلك! لص! أنت حسالة! سأقطع يديك جزاء ذلك! من المسؤول عن هذا؟ Who could have done such a thing? Come people, come see what I have to our enemies in whatever way you can. Where is the one responsible? Kill him! I will die here! God curse the one who done this. Where are you? Over here! Kill him! Look Do I look like a... No! So go away! show you.
Someone should
Get there, dečki. Stop. He's just killed the boy! أنت حسانة. What أيها اللص؟
Where is the one responsible?
ارحل على الفور.
Who would do such an awful thing?
Go to someone else.
Please, sir.
Get away from me!
My family's sick and dying. Could you spare a few families sick and dying?
No,
Could you spare a few
I have nothing.
Please, can't you spare something?
I'm poor and this is not always.
Civilization.
Why would he do that?
Make no mistake. It is our very existence we are fighting for. The infidel king would see us all wiped from the world. We must resist. Have your knife. Yeah, give that these barbarous acts might be avenged. Pray that God, glorious and exalted is He, finds favor with us. He may grant us victory.
Are you blind? Be more careful.
The fires of war consume the land, and thousands of lives are lost in it. It seems a tragedy, but I say...
Why did you do that?
God Almighty! Hey, who did this? The right place. There's no better merchant than I.
My family's sick and dying. Could you spare a few coins? Food? I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you.
All right, where are you?
Pis hırsız. Gebereceksin. Hırsızlar haracına müstahak.
Who saw what happened here?
You've something to say?
Please be more careful.
Everywhere.
Watching what you want.
Waiting.
I like that in a
He
customer.
helps us always.
It's great to see you back so quickly and in one piece. I must return to my family, but before I leave, this is for you. I found a map showing where scholars are planning to burn books and other sources of knowledge. Please be careful and let the future reunite us. I'll give your blessings to my family.
Just a few coins.
He has found the strength to stand in defense of our great civilization. What أيها اللص؟ ارحل! انتهى الأمر! Deliver a warning! Should Richard take Joppa, there will be no stopping him! He will march on Jerusalem next time! We must end this!
Do not do that.
Just better not to begin!
My family's sick and dying. Could you spare a few coins? Why would anyone want to
Is
do
there a
that?
reason for this nonsense?
There he is!
What's wrong with him?
Take that!
Why would he do that?
Such a strange man.
Just a few coins.
What's he doing that for?
I'm so hungry. Just a little.
Hırsızlık yapmanın cezası ölümdür.
Please, sir, have any money? I need food. I'm so hungry. Just a little money.
Pis hırsız. Gebereceksin.
Deliver a warning! Should Richard take Joppa, there will be no...
Out here, here. Take this. I've been looking everywhere for you. Now I can finally return to Masyaf. Last time I offered to do someone a favor.
Hırsızlık yapmanın cezası ölümdür.
To defend it until death! The Crusaders must be destroyed!
Hırsızlar haracına müstahak.
The fires of war consume the land, and thousands of lives are lost in its defense. Be wary, friends. The shaitan is everywhere.
Yes,
Watching,
come.
waiting. He tempts us. Praise be Saladin. He has found the strength to stand in defense of our great civilization. Make no mistake. It is our very existence we are fighting for. Aye. Curse the Christian king.
What news, Ataya?
I've learned much about my enemy.
Share what you know then.
Jubair has become obsessed with purging the city of its knowledge.
A most terrible crime. Now I see why Al-Mualim wants you to remove him.
He's using the city scholars to assist him. They go out into the streets, harassing the people and collecting all their written works. I fear he intends to destroy them all.
He must be stopped.
That's why I'm here. He's to hold a meeting soon, at the Madrasa Al-Qallasa. It's where I'll go. It's where I'll take his life.
I'll leave you alone to prepare. Bring glory to the Brotherhood.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Infidels! They go against the will of God and must be made to pay!
You want something?
Won't anyone help me?
What أيها اللص؟
Hırsızlar sarayına müstahak.
I knew he could.
حقير سأقطع يديك جزاء ذلك. لص أنت حثالة.
Be more attentive of your surroundings, child.
When will he stop acting like a fool?
Leave now.
Every single text in this city must be destroyed.
My friend, you must not do this. Much knowledge rests within these parchments, put there by our ancestors for good reason.
And what reason is this?
They are beacons, meant to guide us, to save us from the darkness that is ignorance.
No, these bits of paper are covered in lies. They poison your minds, and so long as they exist, you cannot hope to see the world the way it truly is.
How can you accuse these scrolls of being weapons? They are tools of learning.
You turn to them for answers and salvation. You rely more upon them than yourselves. This makes you weak and stupid. You trust in words, drops of ink. Do you ever stop to think of who put them there? Or why? No, you simply accept their words without question. And what if those words speak falsely, as they often do? This is dangerous.
You are wrong. These texts give the gift of knowledge. We need them.
You love your precious writings. You do anything for them?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Then join them! Any man who speaks as he is just as much a threat. Do any else among you wish to challenge me? Good! Your orders are simple enough. Go out into the city, collect any remaining writings and add them to the piles in the streets. When you're done, we'll send a cart to collect them, that they may be destroyed.
No, you must not trespass here.
Where is the one responsible for this?
Citizen, bring forth your writing. Place them in the pile before me. To keep any is a sin. Know and embrace the truth of my words. Free yourself.
A few coins. No, all I ask is that I have nothing.
Anyone can put ink to parchment. Anyone! Such power, such influence must be controlled. It cannot be given over to just...
You are not allowed to be here.
Hey! Chip on fire!
Won't anyone help me?
Maybe you didn't hear
اغرب عن وجهي.
Good people of Damas, you are doing the right thing.
After him, my disciple. You must not escape. Join us. You too can be illuminated. Yes. As he does for the things after that dimension. We cannot run forever. You must be made to see the truth. See how well he handles this.
Why? Why have you done this?
Men must be free to do what they believe. It is not our right to punish one for thinking what they do, no matter how much we disagree.
Then what?
You of all people should know the answer. Educate them. Teach them right from wrong. It must be knowledge that frees them, not force.
They do not learn, fixed in their ways as they are. You are naive to think otherwise. It's an illness for which there is but one cure.
You're wrong, and that's why you must be put to rest.
Am I not unlike those precious books you seek to save? A source of knowledge with which you disagree, yet you are rather quick to steal my life.
A small sacrifice to save many. It is necessary.
Is it not ancient scrolls that inspire the Crusaders? That fill Salah ad-Din and his men with a sense of righteous fury? Their texts endanger others, bring death in their wake. I too was making a small sacrifice. It matters little now. Your deed is done, and so am I.
Beni gözüm kapalı bile yeter.
Altair, tell me you've met with success.
Yes. Jubair's fires are extinguished. His life as well.
Excellent news. I had no doubt you'd succeed.
You should have seen it. The scholars followed him so readily. Wasn't just books they fed to fire either, but any man who opposed them.
Such ignorance breeds only evil. You've done a good thing this day.
As with my other targets, he believed he was doing the right thing, clearing a path to a better future.
Of course he would. Such is the landscape of a madman's mind.
The things I've seen these past few weeks, it's as if all the land has gone mad.
And this is why we fight to end the war, that sanity might return. The people are desperate for direction. It's easy for men like Jubair to prey on this and turn them towards evil. You should go, Altair. Return to Al-Mualim. Tell him what you saw. Let him know the good you've done this day.
Safety and peace, Rafiq.
Upon you as well.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one. Countering a strong attack will leave your enemy vulnerable. Finish him.
Welcome home, child. What news?
Another of the named is put to rest.
Then it would appear your work is nearly complete, and your status restored.
A question, Master, if I may.
Ask, and I will answer.
Why these men, Jubair and Sabrand?
Ah, don't you see? They paved the way for change. Ensure threats both old and new are not given cause to intervene.
To weaken them is to weaken our enemy. I suppose that makes sense.
Were these men to continue their work, our work would quickly be undone.
How is that? We've caused them much grief.
We strike at the arms, yes. But this is a hydra that you face, and it is quick to replace that which is severed.
Then we should lop off its head and be done with this.
Soon, soon. We are close. Only one more man stands between us and our ultimate goal.
I will return to my work. The sooner this last man dies, the sooner I might face our true enemy.
Before you go, I have a question for you.
Of course.
What is the truth?
We place faith in ourselves. We see the world the way it really is, and hope that one day all mankind might see the same.
What is the world, then?
An illusion. One which we can either submit to, as most do, or transcend.
What is it to transcend?
To recognize nothing is true and everything is permitted. That laws arise not from divinity but reason. I understand now that our creed does not command us to be free. It commands us to be wise.
Do you see now why the Templars are a threat?
Whereas we would dispel the illusion, they would use it to rule.
Yes, to reshape the world in an image more pleasing to them. That is why I sent you to steal their treasure. That is why I keep it locked away. And that is why you kill them. So long as even one survives, so too does their desire to create a new world order. Take your equipment. Seek out this last man. With his death, Robert de Sable will at last be vulnerable.
It will be done.
Safety and peace upon you, Altair.